quality is really bad right now. But this is the best time to go outside and listen to birds. Okay, now wait a second. Why was I wearing the wizard hat? I was referencing Merlin. Merlin is not only a wizard, but it's also the name of this free bird identification app. Why do we need a bird identification app? Well, because we're going to be using it both to talk about our today's topic, which is nature, the music of nature, and also because it incorporates a free version of an incredibly powerful tool called a spectrogram, which is the main topic of today's lesson. So download the Merlin app. It's free and it's an incredible resource. So let's go ahead and start it. I'll give you a free preview here. You just press the microphone. Hopefully you can hear the little chirping of a cardinal outside my window. See how it lights up every time it hears the cardinal? And you'll be able to look on here and find the exact sounds of the birds that you're hearing. So we're going to use this for two things. One, just for identifying birds and talking about how animals make music. And also because this is a free spectrogram, you can see my voice on here too. So what is a spectrum? The spectrum of a sound is the loudness of its frequencies. So that means that if a sound has very high frequencies, we would see that in its spectrum, and that's seen in something called a spectrogram or a spectrograph. And that's what we're going to be looking at here. This is a program called Adobe Audition. It's a sound editing program, but it has a very nice spectrogram that we're going to look at. The primary thing to know about a spectrogram is what it's showing you. Up at the top here, we will see in a moment the waveform, and I'll go ahead and start recording. I'm going to record my voice, and you will see both the spectrum and the waveform. So, as you see my voice coming into this program, you can see up on the top a waveform which shows the volumes up and down and the time left to right. So you see seconds running along the top here. If you can't see them, this is marking seconds. And for this top bar, the green, you see decibels, so volumes of overall sound. On the bottom here is the spectrogram. So these are two different things, the waveform and the spectrogram. The spectrogram is showing something different. It's still showing time left to right on the x-axis, but on the y-axis, instead of total volume, it's showing us frequency. And if you can't zoom in far enough to see the frequencies over here, you'll see, I can tell you what it says, from 0 to 20,000. And that is a measurement of hertz, which is the amount of cycles per second. And that is what gives us our impression of pitch. So as I zoom in here, you can see the voice is coming in, and different words and sounds from my voice register differently here in the spectrogram. What we're seeing is high pitches up here. I will whistle for a moment and you'll see a high frequency up here. And here is a low sung note. So overall, we're seeing where the different frequencies are, and the color is just a measure of volume. So you can see Loud frequencies are in yellow and quiet are in purple. So you will notice things like my sibilants, they're called. So when I do an S sound, you see a noisy, complex band of lots of frequencies. We mentioned this in the last lesson that one of the definitions of noise is a broadband sound, so all frequencies or random frequencies. Here that is again. You may be familiar with the term white noise, which is that but throughout the entire audio spectrum. I've yet to be able to convince it that I'm a bird. But if you want to end this lesson, you can open up Merlin and just watch how your voice looks. Look at how complex it is, the way that all of our consonants and vowels register in the spectrum. Have fun with it. You can even play an instrument. If you play an instrument, you can play that into this and see what it looks like. Notice how different the instruments look. We'll be coming back to that in the next module when we get deeper into timbre. So that's all for this lesson. Next time we're going to return to this starting place and think about nature and the music of nature, the music that's out there outside of humans. See you there.